Hello and welcome. I'm NJ Yosh, and we are going to dive back into The Last Plague Blight. I played a little bit of this in the past, kind of burned out on it, but I want to give it another shot. This is not going to be an everyday series. I'm going to probably looking at maybe once a week or so. We're going to start a new game. I just actually want to show you the only thing I have changed in the settings is I have set speed up time ability to all interactions instead of just some interactions, and I have enabled quick pickups, and I think that's the only thing I've changed. Yeah. As far as our difficulty, we're going to leave it on standard difficulty, and we are going to leave it on less realistic playstyle. This has to do with your map. When you go to more realistic, you do not show up on your map. You have a map and you have a compass, and you have to use that to figure out where you are, which is nice. It is a cool way to do it, and I don't mind playing that way, but it does require me to pay a lot more attention to where I'm going and what I'm doing, which is kind of hard when I'm recording and trying to keep track of what I'm doing. I did switch that back. I really hope I switched that back. Whereas in the less realistic, it shows you where you are on the minimap, and just like, a typical video game. So we're going to go back into this. Some of the interactions in this take forever. Oh, yeah. The character customization is... They put it in the game as coming soon. Right now, you can choose between male and female characters, and that's it. So, starting day one. Now, one thing to keep in mind with The Last Plague is you do not set the pace of the game. The game very much sets its pace. I left the tutorials on, so I'm just going to kind of flow through them in the background while we play. But yeah, you do not set the pace of the game. The pace of the game is set by the day. Like, the difficulty is increasing all the time, and if you don't keep up with it, you're gonna really run into some trouble. So we're just gonna start grabbing some of this stuff. We're just holding T for pick up in the area. My character's just gonna walk around to the next closest thing and pick it up. Early on, this is a very quick, easy way to do this. I can't pick up any more long sticks, though, because my inventory is very limited. You do have a Jenga-style kind of inventory. Some people like it, some people hate it. I like it when I like it and hate it the rest of the time. That's the best I can describe that. Sometimes it feels like a good way to do it. Sometimes it is incredibly annoying. So we start out along this little lake, which it's not a bad spot overall. We've got some woods here. We got some cliff faces, some rocky outcroppings. So that's going to be places to look for our metals. And there's enough woods. I don't like this little section of blight here because I'm worried about that spreading. Yeah, but I think we're probably going to have to just stay right here somewhere. Because I don't want to spend too much time wandering. Although this isn't bad down here. It's not too far away. I've done that in the past where I've spent so much time that first day moving that to a different area that I've kind of lost... I burned up too much time and got behind on getting things set up. But while we're still collecting stuff, maybe we'll keep moving around this pond. Nope. Yeah. Let's split this into smaller pieces. I'd like a little bit of a flatter area than I have here. because you don't... I mean, you will eventually get the ability to alter the ground, but not right at the beginning. And building on the slopes can be difficult. But you definitely want to build near water. For a couple of reasons. One, thirst is a thing that you have to combat pretty regularly, so you're constantly trying to boil water. You need water for that. You need water for farming, which I need to start much earlier this time than I have in the past. We're just kind of gathering stones for that fireplace quest. You need most of the things you come across. Mushrooms, not so much, maybe. But other than that, like pretty much everything you see around here, I'm gonna need. I just can't necessarily carry it all right now. But you also, around bodies of water and rivers and stuff, is where you find clay, which becomes very, very important for progression. Don't want to get too far out of the woods either. I'm a little torn about what to do. It's not super happy with this spot, but there are metals right here, which is a pretty big advantage. A lot of blight though, because I'm right near this town. The towns are all choked with blight. I think we are going to try to find this spot down here. That might be my first mistake of this game. Do I have... Yeah, I have some room. Let me pick up some of this copper right now. Copper and tin. It's a little early to be gathering that, but I kind of want to make sure I have some. Alright, my inventory is completely full, so I can't pick up anything else right now. Alright, so I'm gotta travel about the distance I've traveled so far, so that's not too bad. And just hopefully that's a decent spot. There's one disadvantage of playing on the less realistic mode. You don't need the compass to find out where you are, but you also don't get a compass. Having a compass in your hand while traveling can be helpful to stay in a straight line, but you also can just kind of try to pay attention and not wander off. Gotta watch my stamina a little bit. I'm trying to move quickly enough that I have time to get a shelter set up and wood chopped and stuff before the end of the day. Because I'm gonna need a lot of firewood. And chopping trees is incredibly slow. Alright, so how close does this road get to the body of water? I kind of like building on these little roads. It's a nice, flat, open area. Not real cluttered. It's a little farther from the water than I would like. jump across this? I can. Without swimming. I don't want to get my tools wet if I can avoid it. I do kind of like this. This is kind of pretty. Alright, I might sacrifice a little bit of convenience. What I do want to do, I want to see which way... Ooh, that works well, too. Like, the default orientation of, like, stockpiles works for me. Alright. This is going to be the spot. So, we need to build a campfire. I'm going to build that right here near the edge. And then we are also going to place our sleeping bag right next to the campfire. And now we need wood. Well, that's a young tree. The young tree, I'm not going to chop into firewood because I want the young tree for... Oh, you can speed this up. Alright, that's kind of huge. Turning that, speed up all interactions for chopping the trees. The thing is, time is still passing at normal pace. It's not like I chop the tree faster. It speeds up time, which I think is a good way to handle that. Like, but it normally takes so long to chop down these trees that, like, it just... The video gets long. The time spent is long. Well, actually, here, let me... This is normal speed for chopping up a log. Like, the log's not too bad. They're all going to be wet now, aren't they? Because I'm doing this in the water like an idiot. But by speeding it up, it gets much better. Alright, let's clean this all up. Let's fix our inventory sorting so the stuff fits better. And let's pick up the firewood. I don't have enough space because my hands are too full. Okay. Let's place a stockpile of sticks. Where did I do my long sticks? We'll do regular sticks right next to that. I like the way it does stockpiles, also. Start a stockpile of branches. Twigs in the way of a stockpile of twigs. Now, eventually, I'm going to want to get all of that covered, too. Craft. I need a bowl. Okay. But let's get this firewood picked up. You can carry 4 pieces at a time. I might move my bedroll and the fire pit slightly. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure I got that quite in the right spot. Let's take this apart before I go any further and move it. Alright, so let's fill this up and so I can get it out of my hand. And then we're going to need some of these for kindling. We're going to need to grab some of these. Did I just drop them on the ground? I did. I don't remember all of the quick binds for like the moving parts of stacks and stuff, but oh, it'll come to me eventually. I'll start remembering. Alright, I don't want to light that yet, but I should put some firewood on it. So that says it burns for 7 hours, so I actually need one more. Seems like alt is half stacks. So I'll have to remember that. Let's chop this young tree down. Because I want this thin trunk. Another young tree? No, this is a small tree. I need one more young tree for the moment. I need a couple more eventually. I really hope that's not the only young tree right near me. So you need that to get the tall posts. There's one. No, not chop. Pick up. Oh, not enough space. That's why I started chopping. I thought I had held the control to pick up instead of chop. So you can see our energy and food and stamina and health bars down that lower left. Water will have to start light that fire to boil. Food, we start with a little bit of food. Pine nuts are going to be a big part of our early food collection. We are going to also be able to trap some rabbits. Alright, place another tall post. So the way the building this is worked, it's not based on a grid. You build roof supports and stuff based on your posts, and your posts have to be close enough together to highlight in green, which means I placed that one just a little too far away. But I should be able to take it down. And replace it. See, as long as it's highlighted in green, you can connect them. I'm not going to go any further with that right now. I'll wait till the quest for that comes up. Alright, let's light this so we can start boiling that water. Alright, it wants me to sleep before giving me any other quest stuff. So, it's not quite nighttime yet. We're going to try to take this time to keep collecting stuff. Oops. Yeah, we really don't have space. Okay. Let's drop more stuff off. Try to make stockpiles of everything we have. Break this all down into rope. Yeah, it must be placed on flat ground. That's the danger of building around hills. Clearing our immediate area a bit. But then I'm probably going to start stockpiling slightly further away. Or I'm gathering stuff to stockpile from slightly further away until nighttime. Water should be... Oh, I never hit boil. Oops. Yeah, see, now it's telling me to find a large stone. Because it wants me to make a bowl, but I did that already. But I think I'm going to have to do that again. Oop, there's a coyote. Got too close. I struggle with the combat in this game. Like with the timing of attacks, it doesn't feel real intuitive to me. But that could just be a skill issue. I really need them to not be around. Alright, so let's make a second bowl to satisfy the quest. Why did my hatchet end up there? That's weird. Yeah, just bad. Alright, can we make a rabbit snare? I need another stick, and I need 3 rope. Alright, I was able to hit him at least with that spear. out of space. Okay. Let's break this down. Actually don't know that I want the raw coyote meat at the moment, because that's going to be really contaminated. The fat I'll take. I really should take the hide, but I don't have room for it right now. Let's go back, because I don't have space in my inventory. Alright, let's grab a few of those. And craft with traps, rabbit snare. We're just going to place this over here. Let's get rid of this coyote meat out here where it's not going to attract any predators right up to my camp. This is, yeah, 12% contaminated. Adds 7 to Blight currently. Until I can get learn the recipe for disinfecting foods, I'm not going to eat coyote meat. But we are going to chop another one of these trees. Oops, fell off. Because we are going to start working on the metalworking quest line, which wants us to make charcoal. Charcoal is a slightly more efficient use of fuel. Now, it takes a fair bit to get to it. It wants a small charcoal fire. Okay. Like, it does take a fair amount of materials to make it. Like, I need 10 sticks, a bunch of dirt or mud. But even if you add up the fuel value of the sticks and the logs, the charcoal you get from it lasts longer. So let's control... And dirt and mud, obviously, is basically free. How much do I need? I don't remember. But I'm going to also need mud bricks, so I'll just keep collecting until this is a hole and it stops me. Oh, before I run out of space. Alright, we need to drop off some more stuff. And we will stockpile a pile of mud too. Let's take all the pine nuts out of these. Pine cones can be used in place of twigs as kindling. Okay, that's all built. Well, all we need to build it. And we now need to get the stuff to light it. We need a couple more twigs, don't we? Alright, we'll just break these down to twigs. Okay, and that can burn. And collect mud. No, we'll just collect enough mud to satisfy the quest. And then grab stuff off of this. We need to add a bit more wood to our fire too. Alright, it is now nighttime. I can sleep. Let's see what... When you lay down, it tells you how long it is till dawn, how long your fire is going to last. Sunrise is 9 hours. I need about 8 hours of sleep. So actually, I'm going to make these mud bricks first. Let's see. Craft with... mud brick. That satisfies the quest. And then to build this, I need 20. Okay. I need to put these down somewhere. Don't think I had a stockpile of those. I do sometimes end up with multiple stockpiles of things because I've forgotten I had put them in a stockpile. Can you stockpile? Oh, you can stockpile ore. Oh, it's the small pieces you can't. That's right. Yep. That's the sign it's night and you should probably be sleeping. But, you know, ooh. Not paying attention to our thirst. That's going to get us in trouble. So let's do that. Oh, this is our second bowl, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Alright, 20 bricks. I think that's 20 now. I'm going to be dropping a bunch on the ground, but it's okay. Alright, where do we want to build our metalworking? I think we're going to do that over here. I need to move that rabbit trap. I don't want to get too far away from my fire because at night wild animals are wandering around and might eat me. Alright, it wants us to collect clay next, but I think we're probably to the point of should just sleep the rest of the night. So your food and water go down at night, so you have to make sure it's not too low. Alright. Find clues about Potential anti-blight serum. Deal with hunger and thirst. Metalworking. Yeah. We need our water. Then we're actually going to toss our dandelion roots in here to cook them down into salt. I might be a little premature doing that because I will need some place to keep it out of the rain, but that's going to be our next step anyway. Alright, so you can see we now have basic shelter quest. Place 4 medium posts in a square shape. Oh, it counts the ones I placed. Okay. The tall posts. I have a feeling this stockpile might be in the way. Alright. So build with medium post. I want to try to get this square. Should be about there. And then we come over here. And we make this one just barely reach both of those. Okay. But we are also going to come over here. Because we're going to go twice as wide as we technically have to for the quest. One, to make sure my bedroll is completely under, and also to give me room for a few things that I want to keep dry, like firewood. Now we need support beams. We also need rope for that. We don't have enough materials to do all of these, but we can place them to start. Some of these we can build. So it seems like once you select speed up time on an action, every time you do that action, it does speed it up unless you change that. Okay, that needs a stick. This is going to need stick and rope, and that's going to need stick and rope. Okay. We need to do some more collection. Ooh, our charcoal is made, so that's good. Can't put the spear in a hotbar. That's a little weird. Yeah, see, that coyote meat has gone rotten. That's fine. I didn't want it anyway right now. I could try to get that rabbit, but I don't think my chances are that good. So keep collecting this dog bane and sticks. I tend to leave the item names up with all. Trying to find stuff without it, I find tedious. We're gonna need a ton of rope. There are deer, obviously. Hunting them is going to require better equipment than I have, so I'm not going to deal with that yet. Say, if you do control, you can also throw the spear, which went way higher than I was expecting. 100% damaged. What do you need to repair it? No, just a little bit of use of the knife. That's fine. Okay. Oh, inventory's full. Okay. I can break these down. I should be able to make it all fit once they're all broken down. I'll drop some, but I can pick them. I'll be able to pick them up once they're all broken up. All right, let's start heading back though. Make sure we're going in the right direction. All right, let's try again. You know what? Slow it down. Find that rabbit. I can't tell which side of the tree that's on. Yeah, it's still really high. You know what? We'll just let it go. We're okay on food for a minute. It's the it's water that we have to be more careful with. Actually, I should make sure there's some more boiling. Make sure I let my fire go out. That was potentially a mistake. Because now I'm going to need to use more of our kindling to relight it. Which I don't have twigs on me. I didn't mean to take the whole stack. Do we not have a twig stockpile? Oh no, literally just picked it up. Alright, so now we need sticks. Probably gonna need all of these sticks actually. Build with stick rafters. And this is an area type thing. It's defined by how big the spot is. Oh wait, these need long sticks. That's right. Okay, I need 19 for each side, and I need a bunch more rope. But actually, that's going to have to wait, because I do have to end the video right now, because I gotta start getting ready for work. Thank you for joining me. We will continue this. Again, it's not going to be every day. It might be slightly more than once a week to start. Because I do love the beginnings of these games, but it probably will balance out to around once a week. It's not going to be super regular. But thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.